There we go. Here we go. All right, so I am creating the doc right now in Inspired Belief. Files. All right, so you guys can go ahead and start advertising for this thing. I've been sending invites to it all night. So hopefully it'll go well. All right. Ivy.
Courtney, you always have such really good invites. Would you mind posting an example of what you've sent to your people for your invite?
For the sneak peek invite?
Yeah.
I sent the same thing that was posted on my wall today. My story.
Your personal wall or okay.
Yeah. The one that I did with like the little picture. The whole thing that said, 2 years ago I was an overweight, medicated, blah, blah. It's a little bit of my backstory. And I'll post it in the group too. But it's a little bit of my backstory, how I was introduced to Beachbody and how it changed me. And now I have the opportunity to pay it forward and the type of person I'm looking for. It's the same one I run in my ads and all that stuff. So sneak peek coach. Video list. There we go. Inspired Belief sneak peek coach video list. Save. All right. There we go. And like, I don't care about starting it on a Thursday instead of a Monday because it's going to be an endless group. Like there's no day one, so it doesn't matter. And that's another thing I like is because, they can sit down tomorrow night or Sunday night or whatever night and just go through all of it. I'll leave it open for a couple of weeks and then probably shut it down. I don't think it's something that I'll leave running continuously because it'll be hard to keep up with. But let it go for a couple of weeks and then shut it down, and then we can do a new one whenever. All right.
Hey, Courtney.
Yeah.
I was planning on starting one around the same time myself, and it's a lot like what you're talking. I probably won't put any of my prospects in yours, but if you still want me to make a video, I'd be more than happy to do that. So it's there, and you guys can use that or have that. What's it mean to be a coach or why I joined as a coach. So, I probably have that video. So,
yeah.
Do you want us to post those videos in that doc? Is that why you just created that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So if you have a video that you've already made, or if you want to make a new one, just post your link to your video in there, and then that way we'll have access to it. Because you're a good, useful tool, because if we have any men who are interested, and it's like men can't relate to a whole bunch of female videos, then we have yours, access to yours as well.
Okay.
You're our token. Our token male coach.
I feel special.
Yeah, you should. We'll send you flowers or something.
There you go.
All right. So any other questions about that? Otherwise, we'll just move on. Nope. Good. All right. So we got plenty of time. End of the month. Who's pushing? You got all day tomorrow, 24 hours. That's 24 people. It's 24 points. Who's still pushing for Success Club? Tina? Chelsea?
I'm pushing for 10. I'm at 8 tonight.
Nice. I'm sitting at 4. You're at 3, Angela? Yeah, it's just proof that the work you do the month before definitely shows up in the month after, because I did not do a whole lot in March. And May's going to suck for me too, because I haven't done anything this month either. Has everyone seen the Success Club points for the Success Club party at Summit? Does everyone know what's required of them? No. All right. So to go to the Success Club party at Summit, you have to have Success Club 10 in both May and June, and a combined 25 for the month. So basically 12 one month and 13 the next month, or 15 one month and 10 the next month. You have to have at least 25 points combined. So, but it has to be 10. Like, you can't get 20 1 month and 5 1 month. It has to be 10 and plus 10. Does that make sense? So that's to go to the Success Club party. And I know what your heads are thinking. Oh, well, I don't have to go to the Success Club party. It'll be okay if I don't go. No, that's bad thinking. That is limited thinking, and you should be saying, cool, I can do that. All right, I want to be at this party. I can make that happen. That's what I'm saying. So go ahead and put that out there. Put it into the universe that you will be at 10 plus May and June. You'll be at the party. All right. What are you guys pushing for? You guys aren't very talkative tonight. Like, I want to need y'all to talk to me, because I'm just pulling conversation.
I'm pushing star hard.
How far are you from it? What you need?
A diamond.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. What was the question?
I just want somebody to talk back to me. I asked what's everybody pushing for. Just
I want
conversation.
I want to walk stage at Summit.
Mm-hmm.
I went 1-star qualifying and lost it. So, because I don't have coaches, I'm sorry if I sound foolish. I'm at like a serious standstill of people just telling me no or ignoring me. So I just keep going. And I ran an ad this month, and I got 2 replies, which got me nothing, but they both accepted my friend request. They haven't.
How much did you spend on your ad?
$60, and I ran it for 3 days.
What was your reach number?
I could tell you. I can look that up on my page, right?
Like, when you went through and did your interest and behaviors and stuff, what was the number that you got it down to?
I think it was like 24,000 or something. Is that a lot?
No, because it needs to be under 50,000.
Okay, yeah. It was like, it said that I was in like a focused group when I narrowed it down instead of like a broad group. So I figured that was good.
Yeah. Ads are so tricky. But I mean, everything that I've listened to says the more money you spend, the more you get, which I know it's like, how much can you spend? But I've been doing 200 over 3 days and getting some pretty good, even if it's just page likes, but getting pretty good responses. One thing I did this last time was I ran an ad that offered people just to come into a free informational group. Just, do you want to know what I do as a coach? It wasn't even a coach op, but it's like a little bit of my story, how I lost weight, what I was like before. And, this is an opportunity for you to, ask any questions that you want about Beachbody in general, what coaches do, how do coaches help you, how can I help you while you're in a different state, those things. And then they clicked on the link and added them into a free group so they could ask questions like, well, what are the products and what is a coach and how much does it cost and, this, that, and the other. And that actually, I ended up with like 15 people in there. So it ended up pretty good. So that was 15 people that I added to my, network, because they all accepted my friend request. And a few of them I'm still in talks with about challenge packs. So you can try that route.
That's a really good idea. I've never even thought of that.
Christina Christina Pena, something like that. She introduced me to that. Now she keeps her group open and running and kind of does it based off the idea of like the Jamberry and the unique people, to where they just like add you. And that's kind of what she does. Like they're free to leave the group anytime they want to, but as soon as they buy something, then they roll out of that group and into a challenge group.
Nice.
So that's an idea. I mean, it just is like a funnel. There's a no obligation. Come and go as you want. It's just going to be all information about Beachbody. So I've talked about the promotions that were in there, and then I even said, I know you're not in here just to hear my story and see these ads. Why? What was it that made you click on this button? What brought you into this group? And a lot of them actually said, I had 2 kids, or I need to lose 30 pounds, or I'm medicated, or whatever.
Right. What I'd be interested to see what your ad looked like for that.
It was that one of me flexing my muscle that said, "Why not you?"
I don't know if I ever seen that.
I'll post it.
But that's a really good idea, and I've been thinking about like starting like a group, just an open group for that same kind of purpose. But I wasn't sure how to maybe go about start adding people, because I've got a like page, and then I've got my personal page, and and limited time. So
Yeah.
I want to use as much focus as I can. But if I had a ongoing, consistent group for something like that, I think that's I've thought about doing that, but wasn't sure how to go about it. And I like that for building your network, or at least expanding it. Running an ad for that. I'd love to check that out.
All right, I will post that right now as well. All right. Oops. So is there anybody else doing anything cool that's working for them or not, or that's working for them that maybe you are proud of and something that we can learn from?
I'm just talking to people, and it's working.
Oh, gosh. It's like a jungle gym with all my children. Hey, Kelsey.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Nathan.
All right, I just posted it in there, my whole ad with the picture and everything.
Cool.
I don't know what to say. I can post that other thing too. So my immediate goal obviously is 2-star, which will actually put me at 3-star. Really hoping that's happening. I don't know. Come on, y'all talk to me. Seriously. Like, I don't have to lead this whole thing. You guys have got to have something to say. Y'all get on this call with me every week, and I am, like, pulling at strings at what to talk about. And everybody sits there on mute. Like, please, talk to me. Please.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not talking directly to you. I'm just saying, like, there's got to be something. You guys log on here for a reason. Like, what do you...
I'll talk to you, but I get to see you all the time. But I'll talk too. I don't know what to say other than I'm just trying to hit Success Club right now and get my coaches to do something.
Yeah.
I've got 2 business builders right now. They're both on my right side. So I've got to get some of the people on my left side to do something, anything, whatever, because I'm shooting for diamond by May 10th.
Yes.
Gotta happen. Gonna happen.
Yes. Okay. All right. Is Tina gone? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I just posted what I wrote in my ad or in my thing on there. I don't know. Hey, is anybody still in that Diamonds group that Lindsay and Mindy Winder did? I heard that dwindled pretty fast.
I'm in there.
It has slowed down a ton.
Yeah, I agree.
Some of the videos were really, really long, like 30 minutes long.
It's just not really what I was expecting.
What were you
Yeah.
expecting?
Something more live and one-on-one, but half the calls are recorded. It just bugs me because, like, the one that was on supposed to be yesterday ended up being 15 minutes.
Is it recorded of Lindsay and Mindy, or is it?
No, other coaches.
So you were expecting like more one-on-one, being able to like ask them questions, kind of like Zooms.
Well, something maybe eventually, but it just seems like their scheduled calls aren't all that well thought through, in my opinion, anyways.
Because I don't even go it. Like I don't even know what's happening in there. So each week they have like a guest speaker. Is that what it is with like a scheduled call?
Yeah, you have like a homework assignment and then a scheduled call you're supposed to listen to. And it just seems like people comment on the old crap and then you get lost in the group.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, it's impossible to figure out where you're at.
Huh.
I liked Jess's call that they did on YouTube. I know they had some like technical issues getting her started, but they did a call, and if you were there live, you were able to chat and comment and all of that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I had to walk away because Paxton wasn't sleeping, so I don't know if there was ever like a Q&A point
No.
in that, but I liked the way that was set up, that it was almost like InstaPresenter where you could ask the questions, but it was an unlimited audience, obviously, because it was a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think that was more just Jess, like, being communicative with everyone. But at the end, they did kind of open it up, but it was more just everyone saying thank you.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the reason it's recorded is because they were all getting ready to go to Cancun, and then there were Super Saturdays and stuff like that everybody was traveling for. So I know some of the coaches they have speaking in there had other obligations that they had to take care of. But it is a crazy busy group.
Well, I mean, when you have 3,000 people in one group.
Yeah, like Sheena tags me and to say like she did something, and I'm like, whoa, where is this? There it is.
Yeah, I've been tagged in a couple things, and it's like I can't even find my people's stuff because there's so many. So just curious, as my team grows, our team grows, it's like you feel that obligation to run those training groups like that, but then it's like it's the same information over and over and over. It's like I don't know. So I don't know, it just worries me, and then gosh, that many people, I don't know. So you like Tracy's doing a push group. Would she push like a push diamond group? I'd be anxious to see what her format is like. Is she doing it like something she's coming up with all on her own, or yeah? Sweet. I bet that would be a fun group. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to start hosting push groups, but it's just so many times that I've run groups, like training groups, Smart Start groups, Coach Basics, all that. People burn out. And I don't blame them, because I'm telling you, I did not make them far when I was first starting out, and Lindsay had me in Chalene Extreme push groups and 30 days to Emerald and 90 days to Diamond and all those groups with the homework and the assignments. It was like, nope.
Maybe there should be one that's like a shorter length. Like do one like start, let's say, the beginning of May, and do it for like 5 days, and do like tidbits of info and assignments for 5 days, and then stop, and then like wait a week, and then the next week do another one for 5 days. That way it's not so like drawn out and you know you're going to have to get on there for 30 days and do something every day. Maybe that's how people get burnt out so fast. I don't know. I mean, I know I get burnt out on it because it's like once you fall behind one day, it's easy to fall behind the next day. Like with anything else, you get behind and you just want to stop. So maybe doing something shorter, like a sneak peek, but and training for 5 days, and then I don't know.
Well, Sarah Pohl does a 10-day training, and that's it, like just 10 days.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see that, because what information, because, Coach Basic started out at 60 days, and then we broke it down to 21,
Yeah.
and then it's like, how do you get all the information in 10 days? Like, what is the most important information? See, that's why I feel like that Getting Started Right checklist, if you just watch all those videos, I mean, it's seriously like 20 minutes of videos. If you just watch all those videos, that's all the training you need right there. The rest of it is just going out and doing it. It's inviting people. It's reading your personal development, and it's sharing on Facebook. That's it. There is no secret. There's no more training after that. There's no special way to say it. It's just you being who you are, asking people if they want to join you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It's easier the more you do it.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're doing it and you continue to do it, it's going to get easier.
Mm-hmm. I was a blubbering idiot when I first started. I didn't have a friggin' clue what I was saying. Every time somebody would ask me a question, I'd send it to Lindsay. What do I say? I didn't have a clue. But then it was like the more I just started saying it, now it's just, I know what to say. Same thing when I started my retail job when I was 16 years old. Scared to death to run a register. By the end of 6 months, I was the lead register tech girl, whatever you want to call me. Same thing with my X-ray. It's just the more you do it, you learn. Like first day on your regular job, did you know it all? No. You ask questions, and then the more you ask questions and the longer you did your job, you learned how to do it pretty dang good, didn't you? Same thing. All you have to do is be yourself, share your story. There's no special way to do it. Just be you, share you, and invite people to join you.
Amen.
Training done.
Yes.
I'm kidding. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's, people's brains work different. Holly, you're new. How do you feel about that? Talk to me. I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, Lord. I have gotten like crazy stupid behind in the diamond training. It is awful. I'm like, I have 2 kids under 2, so my time is stretched thin as it is. And I've gotten really behind, and I've tried to catch up like every day, and it is just not happening. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I just want to go to bed by that time. So it's definitely long, and it's a long time to have that. I agree that I wish it was shorter for sure.
So how new are you? Because you're...
It's 2 months. I've been doing this for 2 months.
All right, so you're maybe brand new, like...
Yeah.
Brand new. What if you didn't have that training? What if you weren't in that group?
I learned a lot from it. When I was being really active in it, I did learn a lot from it, and I got a lot of good ideas from it. But like I said, I wish it was shorter. I don't think that it's a bad idea to do the training because I think it helps. But if I wasn't in it, there'd be some things that I would still kind of be like, I don't really know. And like some posts that I've done that I would have never did. So I think it's good, but it's just really long and really, you have to be really involved to get everything out of it that you need.
So what if we did, I don't know, 3 to 5 days of basic, how to set up your website, whatever, forming, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 days of just your basic info. And then the next week, 3 to 5 days of forming, posting, avatar. Instead of an assignment every day, just 3 days of information. So I still feel like it'll end up the same animal. You know, it'll end up the same if you don't do those 3 days.
Well, if you sign a coach and they want to do it, they're going to look up the info to do it.
Right.
Because it's all at their fingertips. You just have to lead them in which direction to go. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. If you add them to the training groups, I feel like you said, they're kind of a waste of time if you're putting all this effort into a training group and nobody responds to any of it. Then it's like, well, if you do really want to do this, I will lead you in the way and show you what you need to watch and what you need to do, because it's all out there already.
Yeah, and because, the 21-day Smart Start is in the files, and you can go through it on your own and do all of the assignments on your own.
I mean, it's just like a challenge group. If you add people to a challenge group and they don't participate in it, and then it's like, that's not your fault. That's their fault.
And then like the 10-day to 10-day to Emerald group, that's also in the files. So if you wanted to do that, you could do it. You could do each assignment on your own. It's there for you to do. And so is Coach Basics in the back office. So instead of being put into a group to where you feel obligated or you feel pressured or behind, you can pull it up yourself and do it on your own time.
As long as they know that it's there, like I said, do it on their own time. That way they don't feel obligated to do that assignment that day. They can go, because it is their business. They can go as fast or slow as they want to. So if they want to go fast, they'll choose to do those things.
Right, and like the news and training in the back office, it's all there. Does everyone knows it's there, right?
It's just like the FAQ. People ask questions that are there. Like, they're just like, all you have to do is open it, and it's right there. All you have to type in is like gluten in the FAQ search, and it pops up all of that information that you're looking for. And at least once a day, I see that question somewhere. At least once a day, minimally.
And even in the search bar of the groups, DFG, my group, wherever,
Google.
You can type in gluten, and it'll show you every conversation that's ever been had about gluten.
I search on Google. Like, if I'm on my phone, I just type it in Google. Does does Shakeology have gluten? And the FAQ comes right up. Yeah, pregnancy, breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding.
Did post a pregnancy breastfeeding video in Danielle's group. It's a video by Carl's wife and what's his name? The creators of Shakeology. There's
Darren.
Yeah.
Darren and Isabel.
In Bombshell Dynasty, there's a whole file full of, and it might even be in DFG, there's a whole file of testimonies on Shakeology while you're pregnant and breastfeeding. From coaches, from people that aren't just the creators of Shakeology.
Right. See, and that's what I wonder, like, so are the people asking because we as their leaders aren't letting them know that these resources are there? It's like, how? Because I know that I'm guilty of not giving all the information to everybody as they come, because then it's like keeping up with who knows what and who you told what to and how to, how many times do you post it? Like the video library in Inspired Belief, tons upon videos in there. Like there's all kinds of stuff in there. Like the files section, period. Say, how do you get people to utilize it?
I know that when I first started, my sister was actually my coach, and she actually only started a week before me. So there wasn't, like, I didn't get really any vital information, but now, like, something happened, and it's a really long story. I'm not going to do that here. But my coach is now Michelle Maddox, and, like, she informed me on everything. She did really great, and so that really helped me. And the quick start really helped. Like, if you don't do that quick start, like, really that needs to be the first thing you do, because I didn't do it for like a week, and then I did it, and I was like really glad that I did that. But yeah, when you have new coaches that don't really know what's going on, they sign a coach within the week, that's when it gets kind of hard because they don't really know what's going on either.
I like that. That makes total sense because that was me and all my first coaches.
I'm wondering too if like we say, okay, go do the trainings in the back office or go do this. Come back to me when you're done and I'll give you your next step. Because sometimes I feel like my get started right email and call is like too much information.
See, and that's why I've started, like when I sign a new coach, do that getting started right checklist. When you're finished with it, then we'll do a getting started right call. You know, if they don't do it, then it's like, you know, Jessica Pasola does the same thing with her team. So she has, you know, these certain things to do, and as you do them, then she'll feed you the next thing. But it's like, dang, she is like putting out some producers. So is it the people that she's signing versus, you know? So I don't. There is no system. Like I guess that's what it boils down to. There is no right way to do it. It all depends on the people and who want it. Like take this call for instance. The same people are on every single week. You know, Sheena, you show up every single week. You can't even speak on it for God's sakes, and you show up every single week. Erin, you're here every single week. Caprice, she's pretty regular. Stephanie, Chelsea, kinda. Kelsey, you know, Angela, I know you do. You know, you guys are here every single week. And that right there shows that, you know, you guys are the leaders. You guys are the ones who want it. You're the ones who are here to learn, even though I don't feel like you guys can learn anything else from me. Like you're already your own leaders. You're not learning anything else on this call, but you're here. And that's what sets you apart. And so thank you.
I have a question. What do you do when you have somebody who is a discount coach and you treat them just like a challenger, and then all of a sudden they're becoming more like a coach? Like one of my discount coaches messaged me today and was like, so when do we find out May specials? And I'm like, oh, do you have some people interested? She's like, yeah, I have 3 friends that are thinking about these challenge packs, but they want to wait and see if they're on sale. So should I go ahead and do like a get started right call with her now, or?
I would get her on the phone and I would say, you know, hey, you know, you started out as a discount coach, so I didn't give you any of the training information, but you know, since you're starting to turn into maybe even just a hobby coach, I'd like for you to have these basic, you know, guidelines and just the ground laying information so that, you know, if say in a few months you start signing some coaches or whatever, you'll feel like you're on a good foundation. So you'll have that information. And then if she says, no, I don't want to do it, then you can't make her do it. But then, you know, she may just really appreciate that.
What do you do on that call, Courtney? You said you do the checklist with them first, and I've been doing that too. And then I tell them when they're done with that to let me know. But then what do you do after that? You said the call. What do you discuss in the call?
Pretty much that checklist, their goals, their immediate goals. Like, what do you want from this business? Why did you sign up as a coach? What is it that you want out of this business? And don't tell me it's to help people, because that's what we do. That's not what we want. And usually it's, you know, make a little extra money, or, you know, whatever their goal is. So you write that down. We go over, or whatever their why is, basically. We go over their immediate goals. You know, and it's all right there in the checklist, but your immediate goal is to get your Shakeology paid for. The best way to do that, you know, and even though it's written there, like we discussed that. Like, how do I make that happen? You invite people, yada. Go ahead and start inviting to a challenge group. Oh, God, I'm not ready to run my own. That's okay. Put them in mine. And then the next month, you all will move out into your own. I basically just go through the checklist with them. Go over all of that stuff. Let them know about the file section and, you know, how I do my invites, the event invites, that kind of stuff. Basically just go through the checklist with them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, crap. I never did send you that email, though. Never did. Let me do that right.
It's all right. It's okay. I mean, I'm sending the I think it's like your old one, but I just kind of changed it. And I mean, of course, changed it up to me a little bit, but I knew that I think you sent me another one a while back and I can't find it anymore. So I was thinking it was a newer one.
Let me try and find it. I don't even really like my new coach email anymore. I want to redo it. But I'll send you what I send out. There we go. All right, that's sent. All right. I don't know what I was going to ask now. I'm a little distracted. So, all right. What else you guys got? Give me some questions. Give me some somethings.
About what we were talking about before. Actually, when I was at Super Saturday, they did, I can't remember who the chick's name was, but she had a really good thing. She actually did videos of the stuff in back office, like all the files, and like did information, like, and did videos to give to her new coaches instead of them having to read all that. Because she said that it was easier for them, being that it was in her voice and that they could just listen to it rather than having to sit there and read all the files and read all those coach like basic stuff. So,
Yeah, which is fantastic. I just suck at videos. Like, I'll be 100% honest. I freeze on informational videos. I guess it's something that I'm gonna have to like get used to, but
Take some lessons from your sister. She's awesome.
I know.
Mark Briggs was at our Super Saturday, and he did like the Coach Basics type of stuff, but it has quizzes at the end, like it's modules. He actually paid somebody to set it up. And we asked if like we could go through it first to see if it's something we wanted to do for our coaches. But I'm sometime when I have time gonna go through, and you have to go, Angela. What he says is amazing. And I mean, I think because it's also because he's a vet that it meant more to me. But yeah, I mean, but anyways, I'm gonna go through the training first and see if it's something that I think my coaches would do. And I like it because it'll send the upline. They have to put in their upline's email, and it'll send the upline an email if they haven't done the module or the quiz like within so many days, but they've watched the video. So
these are like training modules that he's taken the information and created training modules. Somebody else was talking about doing that. I would be anxious to see them, but then there again, it's like, am I ever really going to do that?
Well, he said just use his. He's like, as long as you're a Beachbody coach and you have a Beachbody coach ID and you have your uplines information, he's like, you're welcome to, I think it's elitestronghold.com if I'm remembering right. I have it written down in my Asana.
Will you post that in the group?
Yeah, and the other thing he said too is I know we have some guys on the team, or I have some guy challengers, and he said to realize that your guy challengers aren't the same as your women challengers. They're going to start the challenge. They might post once, and at the end of the challenge group, they'll probably post their results. He said, basically think of it as like climbing a mountain. Guys want to climb a mountain, and they're like, hey, let's do this, and they go and climb the mountain. Girls climb the mountain, they have to like boot each other up first, and they're like, okay, we can do this, your shoes are cute, da-da-da-da, and they need each other each step of the way. And I have a couple guys in my challenge group, and they yeah, I mean, you might see them post once a week. So
I've never had any male challengers, so it's like, that's foreign soil to me. But I like that though.
Yeah, one's my best friend's husband, so I'm just like, I'll message him and be like, did you do your workout? Yeah, I did it. Okay.
Cool. I don't know. I keep saying, oh, like I have something to say, but I really don't have anything to say. I'm really excited about all the new stuff, though, that's happening with everybody and their businesses. You guys are growing so friggin' fast. Like, it's crazy. It's unbelievable how fast you guys, there's 43 new coaches in my organization this week. Like, that's crazy. We're 3 coaches from 1,000 in my downline. That's crazy talk. Which I know that it's, you know, there's other people, but it's mostly left leg, which is you guys. So, I mean, just for me to see my numbers grow like that, that means you guys, your numbers are growing. And that's exciting. It's really, really exciting. So, all right. Well, we killed that hour. So, I guess I'm gonna stop recording now.